everyone, welcome back to the Logan Library. You're here with us for our virtual craft time, and again our very first virtual craft time of 2021. How exciting is that? Going along with the whole theme of 2021, we have our craft today, which is the pom-pom shooter. So here's what your craft kit will look like if you guys come and pick one up. What we're going to make today is just this really cool, really easy little pom-pom shooter out of a cup, a piece of tape, and some pom-poms. So really simple, really fun for all ages. I think that pretty much anybody would have a fun time making this and then, shooting the pom-poms at their brothers and sisters and friends later on. So I'm going to show you how to do it. First I'm going to go ahead and show you what you'll need for the craft and what will come in the kit. Here's everything that you're going to need and that's going to come in your kit. Not everything will come in your kit that you see here. You are going to have to use your own tape at home, and you're going to have to use your own scissors or an X-Acto knife. So you will need an adult's help for sure with this craft. I will say that if you don't want to use our craft kit or you don't want to use these little cups, you can make this out of a toilet paper roll just as easily, and it doesn't involve the X-Acto knife. So it's a little bit more kid-friendly if you want to do the toilet paper roll. I just thought that since we just did a craft with toilet paper rolls, we would try one with this cute little cup. So here's everything that you're going to need. Inside of your craft kit, you will have a variety of colorful pom-poms to shoot once your pom-pom shooter is done. You'll have a balloon, and you will have a cup. So again, you'll need to have a strong tape at home, so a duct tape, like a book tape, a masking tape, something like that at home to attach the balloon to the cup, and then just a pair of scissors. So the first thing that we're going to do is cut a hole in the top of the cup. So I'll set these over here. So the first thing that we're going to do is cut a hole in the top of the cup. This is the part where you need your parent or guardian to help you because these are very sharp and even the edge of the cup can be a little sharp. So again, if you would rather use a toilet paper roll and you have one of those handy, you can definitely substitute that for the cup. Then you don't have to do this step. But if you're using the kit and you're using the cup, this is what you have to do. So get out your X-Acto knife and then you're just going to cut around the rim of the bottom of the cup. So I'll go ahead and show you. And even if you are an adult, be very careful when doing this step. We do not want our videos to encourage any accidents to happen at home. And the video that I saw of this craft was actually done with a solo cup. The first time that I made it with a solo cup, but I actually found that the smaller size cup worked better, and I thought that it would be better for smaller hands because I even had a hard time holding on to the solo cup, and I have bigger hands than most of you most likely do. So I decided to go for the tiny cup. Again, be very careful. This is not the most fun or safe step of the process, but I promise once you're shooting colorful little pom-poms for New Year's, it'll all be worth it. And again, if you would like to use a toilet paper roll, you can do that as well. So there we go. This part is cut off. Have a parent or guardian dispose of the bottom of the cup because again, cut plastic can be a little bit sharp. I'm going to trim this really quickly. There we go. And there we have it. So now our cup just looks like a little megaphone or a funnel. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the next step. So the next step is going to be, which is one that kind of threw me off a little bit, but the next step is actually going to be to cut a small hole in the tip of your balloon. So if your balloon looks like this, what you're going to do is tie this part just like you would if the balloon was blown up, and then cut a little hole through the tip right there like that. So I'll go ahead and show you. So you're going to tie it first. Okay, there we go. Then you're going to just cut the tip. Not too much because this is the part that's going to stretch over the bottom of the cup. So we can get rid of that. Okay, so this is what you're going to have now. Tied up balloon with a little cut hole in your cup. So what are we going to do next? Now we're going to stretch the balloon over top of the cup. So take it like this, stretch it over top of the cup. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you do use a cup or a toilet paper roll, I did see some people that like decorated theirs. You can paint the cup, you can paint the toilet paper roll, you can, you know, put polka dots on it, whatever you want to do to make it cute or decorate it. But what I did with this one, and what I'm going to do with this one, is I just used colored duct tape, and you can't really see, even if I had painted the cup, you can't really see it anyways. So this is what my first one looked like, and this one I'm going to do more of a patriotic look. But same idea. So if you want to get some cute duct tape and use that, you can. Or you can paint your cup, let it dry, and then decorate it. Whatever you guys would like to do. Put some sparkles on it. That would be very, very New Year's-y. And I mean, really, you can have a party popper for any occasion. So you can use these for birthdays. You can use these for, you know, anything. Any celebratory reason to pop some poppers, I think, is great. So there's what it looks like now. It looks like a little cup with a hat. The next step is the most important step, and that's the part where you're going to need the stronger tape. So Scotch tape most likely won't work for this. You're going to need a duct tape, or like I said, a packing tape, something that's a little bit stronger. What you're going to do is take the tape and go ahead and peel a piece off. If you want to do the design like I did, maybe do a thicker piece. If you want to do just, you know, maybe stripes or something, you can cut it up, whatever you guys want to do. But I suggest peeling it off in these little sections like this, because you can't really wrap it around the cup all with one piece. It starts to get off of where it's supposed to be. If that makes, that didn't make sense, but you guys know what I mean, right? So what you're going to do is take off a piece of tape. Like I said, kind of you can start out small. And then you're just going to tape it around your cup like this. So, and you want to make sure that you get it nice and tight on there, because that is what's going to hold on your balloon so that you can pop your popper. Because the first time I made one of these with the solo cup, the one I tried first, I'm actually going to cut a little bit of this tape so that it's like not so big. But the first time I made one of these with the solo cup, I used Scotch tape. I didn't really think about it, and that was what I had on hand, so I just used Scotch tape, and it did not work at all. My popper came apart when I tried to use it. So you want to make sure that you're using a nice thicker tape and that you're really getting it on there pretty good. So you want to smooth it down like that, and then we'll go in with another piece. Again, I'm going to cut mine that way. I would use the other half of what I just cut, but I accidentally kind of smushed it together. So if you're wondering why I got a brand new piece, that's why. Okay, so I'm going to cut mine. That way it doesn't take up quite as much as the cup. Let's stick that there for a second and do the same thing. So we're going to lay the tape down, maybe, and tape around the bottom of the cup. And I'm going to take the last piece just for good measure and fill in that little spot. We don't want anything slipping when we're trying to pop our little pom-poms. Do you guys have is there another name for these little fuzzy balls, or is pom-poms like the only one? Does anyone know? Because sometimes when I say pom-poms, I feel a little silly, like that might not be the correct term for it, but I don't know what else they would be called. So if you are a craft guru and you know a better name for these cute little things, let me know. Okay, there we go. So, not perfect, but you see the idea. You have now a cute little balloon looking party popper. So, the next step is the fun part and the easy part. So that's going to be to load up your party popper with your pom-poms. So like I said, you can go buy these from the store. They're not very expensive and you get way more. But if you don't want to do that, in each of your craft kits, you'll have a small handful of multicolored little pom-poms, and you're just gonna load those in, just like that. So then You have your party popper all loaded up with your pom-poms. So I think you guys know the next step, but just in case, you're gonna go ahead and pull back on this part right here, release, and voila, shoot the pom-poms. There you have your very own DIY at-home party popper. So the ones that you buy at the store that have the streamers, they're a one-use type of thing. But the best thing about these is that they last forever, and you can use them as many times as you want. So we'll just pop some more in there, and voila, there we go. Oh, I think I went off camera for that. They did go, they did pop. So these are reusable, that's the best thing. You can keep them, you can use them for birthday parties, you know, anniversaries, whatever you want to do, where you want to be celebrating, that's where you can use your cute little party poppers. Okay, so that was our craft for this week. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I really wanted to find a craft that was good for all ages, and it was a great way to start off our year together. If you guys have any pictures you want to send in, your party poppers at home, I would love to see them. I would love to see what designs you guys do, what tape you use, what coloring you do on it. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope that you have a great weekend, and I can't wait to see you guys next week for our next story time and craft. Bye everyone!